Another Dr. Zaius adventure.
All right, welcome back. Today, I'm going to find my way to the historic Gillespie Bridge. We're going to go through Old Town Buckeye. We're going to see some egg fields, some dairy farms, some mills, and eventually we'll get there. Hang on, here we go. So as I'm going through the historic old town of Buckeye, Arizona, something catches my attention off to the left. I look at it, I do a double take, and I can't really believe what it is, so I had to go check it out. As I'm getting closer, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and eventually, Hobo Joe is smiling down at me. He's a 25-foot tall fiberglass roadside statue. He was originally commissioned for Hobo Joe's coffee shops. He was supposed to be the world traveler, philosopher, and connoisseur of good food. He was actually made by a guy named Jim Casey, and he was a former Disney animator. Originally, Hobo Joe's Coffee Shops was an Arizona restaurant chain started by Herb Applegate in the 1960s, actually in 1965. Although the piece was designed by Jim Casey, a former Disney animator, the fiberglass craftsman was actually named Marvin Ransdell. Now Marvin produced a couple of these, but word has it he never got paid. So he took it back. In fact, in 1989, it ended up with Ransdell's friend, Roman Gillum, owner of Gillum Meat and Locker in Buckeye. Gillum put the enormous hobo outside his meat processing business on Monroe Avenue, and there he stayed. So as you can see, I'm on the 2026 Aprilia Tuareg 660 Rally. This bike, if you've watched the other videos, is pretty well modded up to my taste, and she is purring like a kitten. I'm taking this time to do some more dust-off runs. I've got a 3,000 plus mile trip coming up in October, where I'm going to take it from Arizona, cut straight across to the coast, the Pacific coast in San Diego, and I'm going to take Highway 1 as far as I can, all the way up through the middle part of Oregon, then cut over, then land in Portland. From Portland on the way home, I'm taking the mountain route, going all the way through Idaho, Wyoming, then eventually back into Arizona. So that's going to be an epic road trip, and hopefully I'll be able to speak directly about this bike's ability to tour or not. I know that it's got the tall suspension. Most people aren't going to tour on a rally. However, I am. I'm loading that sucker up, and I'm going to let everybody know how well she does and how well I do. Now, I'm sure this happens to all of you. As you're riding along, suddenly you catch something out of the corner of your eye, and you just got to go check it out. So as you can see, the coast was completely clear. There was nothing in front of me, nothing behind me, so I did a quick little U-turn and I had to go investigate. Now this is really cool. I love finding these kind of things. This is an old agricultural silo, and the openings as we pull into this thing, you can see the openings going all the way up the side. Apparently, I think that's an unloading or access chute system. You can see the remnants of the rail, the metal framework going to each visible outlet up and down this silo. But if you know anything more about it, let me know. But what a really cool piece of old history for the agriculture side of Buckeye. For us riders, our sense of smell picks things up quicker than even our eyes. I had to give our friends to the left here a wave and say hello. Just want to let them know I smelled them a mile off and they're doing a great job. Like most remote restaurants, the service was outstanding, the food was spectacular, and the air conditioning was top-notch. It's been a bit since I've been out here riding because it's over 113 degrees these last few weeks and a bunch of monsoons. But as you can see, I'm deep in the egg part, and I have to pull over and get a couple pictures of these. These machines are so impressive. It just feels like you're out in the middle of nowhere, and suddenly, bam, there they are. As I continue south on historic Highway 80, the agricultural history of the Lower Gila Valley is everywhere. Even these old processing facilities still stand beside the highway, remnants of the cotton, cattle, and irrigated farming operations that once dominated this part of Arizona. So just like always, I'm going to let you watch the rest of this ride as we turn around these last few corners and the bridge comes right into view. Just a beautiful piece of architecture still standing in the middle of the desert. I hope you enjoyed it. Much more to come. Hit that like and subscribe. Have a great one. Cheers.